how they lifted those stones, how they brought them up to that level. I think we're looking, again, at a lost technology. This thing is just a gigantic mystery.
What if I told you that ancient civilizations might have had techniques and knowledge far beyond what we can comprehend today? These mysterious structures defy logic, leaving us to wonder, were they built by human hands alone? Throughout history, there have been structures that challenge our understanding of ancient technology. Massive stones carved with incredible precision, arranged in ways that seem almost impossible. From submerged cities in Japan to coffin-like granite boxes in Egypt, these sites remain an enigma. Today, we're diving into some of the most mysterious ancient constructions that still puzzle experts and defy explanation. Let's start with the Temple of Ain Dara in Syria, a place that seems designed to make your skin crawl. Built over 3,000 years ago, it's famous for something strange: two massive footprints right at the entrance. And these aren't ordinary prints. They're gigantic, as if meant for a god or a being far larger than any human. Scholars have debated their origin, with some claiming they represent a deity stepping into the sacred temple, while others believe local giants may have left them behind. Whether they signify a god's presence or the footsteps of mythical beings, the footprints add an eerie layer to the temple's mystique. Incredibly, despite severe damage from a 2018 air raid, the footprints survived, almost as if they were meant to remain, keeping their mystery alive. From Syria, we travel to the Andes Mountains in Bolivia to Pumapunku. Here, over 12,000 feet above sea level, ancient builders managed to move stones weighing up to 131 tons without the aid of modern technology. The stones are cut with such precision that they fit together seamlessly, forming an intricate puzzle with no mortar. There were no trees for wooden rollers, leaving researchers baffled about how these blocks were transported. Some speculate an unknown technique was at play, while others wonder if there's an even more enigmatic answer. Could ancient engineers have possessed forgotten knowledge that we've yet to rediscover? Next, we venture to a small Japanese village called Asuka, where a massive stone called Masuda no Iwafune, or the rock ship, stands. This 800-ton behemoth looks nothing like traditional Japanese Buddhist carvings, and its purpose remains a mystery. Was it a shrine, a ritual object, or something else entirely? Theories abound, but the true purpose of the rock ship has been lost to time, making it yet another unsolved puzzle. Heading to the Pacific, we encounter the abandoned city of Nan Madol. Built on an isolated lagoon off the coast of Pohnpei, this ancient city is a marvel of engineering. Made from massive basalt columns stacked without mortar, Nan Madol was home to the Sodalur dynasty, which held strict control over its people. Local legends say that giant birds helped place the stones, and some believe Nan Madol may even be a remnant of the mythical lost continent of Lemuria. Whatever the truth, it's clear that building such an extensive complex required immense skill and effort. In Peru, we find Sacsayhuaman near the city of Cusco. This ancient Incan site is home to some of the largest stones ever used in construction, carefully fitted together like a giant jigsaw puzzle. The stones are cut so precisely that even a needle cannot pass between them. The Spanish conquistadors were so awestruck that they believed only supernatural forces could have built it. To this day, scientists are unsure how the Incas achieved such precision without the help of modern tools. Let's move on to the sacred terraces of Moray, also in Peru. These stunning circular terraces form a natural amphitheater and are arranged to create microclimates, which would have allowed the Incas to test agricultural techniques for various crops. The design is so advanced that water drains perfectly, despite heavy rainfall. The terraces of Moray show us that ancient civilizations weren't just surviving, but actively experimenting with agriculture and environmental control. The Serapeum of Saqqara in Egypt is one of the most intriguing and enigmatic archaeological sites in the world, known especially for housing a collection of massive granite sarcophagi that have defied logical explanation for centuries. Deep within this underground labyrinth, researchers found 24 colossal black granite sarcophagi, each one weighing an astonishing 100 tons when lid and body are combined. The sheer size and weight of these structures challenge our understanding of what ancient Egyptian builders could accomplish, particularly given the supposed limitations of their tools and technologies. Unlike most sarcophagi from the ancient world, these are remarkable not just in scale, but also in their precision, exhibiting near-perfect edges and smooth reflective surfaces that rival modern machine-made cuts. The level of craftsmanship is so meticulous that some theorize these boxes were not made by the Egyptians at all, but rather by an advanced civilization, potentially even of extraterrestrial origin, that may have left behind these artifacts for reasons we are yet to understand. The stonework of these sarcophagi is a major point of curiosity. The boxes, made of black granite sourced from quarries hundreds of miles away, display cuts so accurate and angles so perfect that it's hard to reconcile them with ancient tool sets. Black granite is an extremely hard stone, requiring either diamond-tipped drills or high-temperature lasers for the kind of refinement seen in these structures. And yet, these sarcophagi were created in an era when Egyptians are believed to have used primarily copper and bronze chisels, neither of which could realistically have produced such a polished finish on a material as durable as granite. Given the lack of suitable tools available at the time, many scholars are left to wonder if there were unknown technologies or techniques that we have yet to discover in the historical record. From the towering Andes to the mysterious sands of Egypt, these structures reveal a world of ancient wonders and skills that boggle the modern mind. Were they created solely by the ingenuity of early humans, or did they have help from forces unknown? The mysteries surrounding these sites persist, keeping us on the edge of discovery and wonder. Remember, history is full of secrets, and these are just a few that might never be fully explained. What ancient secrets lie buried beneath the iconic stone giants of Easter Island? These towering figures have captivated the world for centuries, but could the truth behind them finally be within reach? Easter Island, or Rapa Nui, is one of the most remote places on Earth, a volcanic landmass nestled in the Pacific Ocean. While thousands of isolated islands exist around the globe, something makes this one unique: the colossal stone statues that dot the landscape. Who built these statues? Why were they made, and where did their creators disappear? Join us as we dive into the mystery of Rapa Nui and uncover the hidden truths behind these world-famous monuments. Rapa Nui, now a territory of Chile, sits 2,300 miles off the Chilean coast and 200 miles away from its closest neighbor, Pitcairn Island. It's so remote that a 5-hour flight from Santiago is the only way to get there. Despite its small size, just 63 square miles, this island holds an astonishing 887 stone statues known as moai. But what's so unique about these statues? Carved between the 13th and 15th centuries, the moai are famous for their distinct faces: long noses, heavy brows, rectangular ears, and fishhook-shaped nostrils. For years, people believed these statues were just giant heads. However, in 2012, excavations revealed that the heads are connected to full bodies buried underground, some towering as high as 33 feet and weighing 90 tons. One incomplete statue would have stood 70 feet tall, weighing nearly 300 tons if finished. Most of these figures were carved from volcanic ash, or tuff, and almost all of them face inward toward the island, watching over the villages, rather than looking out to sea. It's believed they served as spiritual guardians, protecting the local inhabitants. A few statues break this pattern, most notably Tu'uko Ihu, a kneeling statue believed to depict an ancient singer with its head tilted upward and a small beard etched into its face. Made from a unique red stone, it stands out as an artistic and cultural anomaly among the others. But how did the ancient people of Rapa Nui move such massive structures? When Europeans first arrived in 1722, they found only a small population of around 3,000 people. How could such a small community build and transport these massive statues across the rugged island? For years, wild theories, including alien intervention, captured the public imagination. However, researchers have confirmed the material came from an extinct volcano on the island itself, not from another world. In the 1980s, archaeologists attempted to recreate the moai moving process. Using tools available to the Rapa Nui people, they struggled at first, but later experiments found a breakthrough. Researchers tied ropes around the statues and used a rocking motion to walk the figures into place. This method matches the Rapa Nui folklore, which says the statues moved with the help of magic, a poetic hint at their ingenuity. As more research unfolded, the mystery of the population decline took center stage. The prevailing theory once blamed environmental collapse. The islanders, it was said, deforested the land to clear space for farming and statue transport, leading to soil erosion, famine, and conflict. However, new studies show that the Rapa Nui people were advanced agricultural engineers. They enriched their fields with volcanic rock, making them far more sustainable than previously thought. The real tragedy of Easter Island's decline began with the arrival of European explorers in the 18th and 19th centuries, bringing with them far more than curiosity and trade. European contact unleashed a devastating chain of events that would alter the fate of Rapa Nui forever. Traders, missionaries, and sailors unknowingly introduced diseases like smallpox, tuberculosis, and syphilis, illnesses that the islanders' immune systems had no defenses against. As epidemics spread across the island, they wiped out large portions of the population in just a few years, weakening both the physical strength and social cohesion of the community. What had once been a thriving society, estimated to support up to 7,500 people, began to falter under the relentless onslaught of disease. But the devastation didn't stop there. By the mid-19th century, slave raiders from South America, mainly from Peru, arrived, targeting Easter Island in a series of brutal raids. These raiders captured thousands of Rapa Nui people, including leaders, artisans, and spiritual figures, and forced them into slavery on the mainland, where they worked on plantations and in mines. These abductions shattered the island's social structure, stripping it of its knowledge keepers and disrupting traditions that had been passed down for generations. Even when a few survivors managed to return to the island, they brought with them new diseases, further accelerating the decline of the population. By the late 1800s, Easter Island's vibrant culture had been reduced to a shadow of its former self. Entire family lines disappeared, cultural practices were abandoned, and much of the island's ancient knowledge was lost forever. The combination of disease, slave raids, and forced migration created a perfect storm that the islanders couldn't overcome. What had been an advanced and resilient society capable of building monumental statues and sustaining itself on limited resources was ultimately brought to its knees by the destructive forces of colonization and exploitation from the outside world. The mysteries of Easter Island may never be fully unraveled, but what we do know paints a picture of human resilience, creativity, and tragedy. From the incredible engineering feats of the Moai to the cultural devastation brought by colonization, Rapa Nui holds stories that will fascinate us for generations. What do you think? Are there still more secrets buried beneath the volcanic soil? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this journey into one of the world's greatest mysteries. Subscribe and join us for more deep dives into history's most puzzling enigmas.